are the American indigenous Indians. Copper color Indians, baby. A real African Americans here, but they recently moved here from places like Kenya, Ethiopia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. But now the brother whose family's lived in this country for generations, occupying space in all the locations, New York, Miami, LA, Detroit, Chicago, even if he's wearing a dashiki and sporting an afro. And if you go to Africa in search of your race, you'll find out quick, you're not an African American. You're just a black American in Africa taking up space. Why you keep trying to...
And we are not Africans. We are not African. Are you an African?
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please done the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, ain't ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got shows, boys feeling like Broadway. Always look both ways, even on a crossway. Driving down Cross Bay, out town Barclays. Really on big things, came up a small way. Championship rings, baby, that's a ball game. Oh, she want a little bag, baby, that's small change. Yeah, that money talk. If we ain't cool, then cut me off. No breaking news, don't run your mouth. Thought it was the plug, now he running off. Thought it was a plug, now he running off. What you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, ain't ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Whoa. Don't do that, we the best coming out of BK, I thought you knew that. Step up in the function, all these women like who that? Got me looking like money, yeah, they love me, yeah, true that. Big racks, new bag, new swag, we ain't cutting no slack. Why they mad? Don't do that. See them coming, no mask, 6 feet, move back. How we got it, don't ask, don't do that. Nah, cause they ain't never put us on. Now they wanna come around and see what's going on. Nah, and we don't follow protocols. We some kings like sis, no waterfall, ISO. What you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, ain't ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Yeah. Conscious. Matic. Alright, so far away I come from. I sit and wonder about the times that it made sense, but nowadays I don't worry about what's past tense. My younger days I used to hang around with mad friends. If we just fell out, I don't really know what happened. A lot of people come around and keep you stagnant, distraction. So yeah, don't show them no compassion. We was really out here grinding, really rapping, stacking them Franklins, them Grants and them Jacksons. Imagine if we would've never chased our passion, we probably would've never knew what happened. They was all just talk, we showed action. Once they leave, don't you let them back in. Just pack up all their stuff and send them packing. I'm blacking on anybody thinking they could act up with me. This vibe ain't for free, cause where I'm at in life, I'm only focused on me. Note the self, know yourself, focus on your health. They don't wanna help, then fuck it, do it by yourself. Don't give them no excuse to put you on the shelf. If it's me, myself, and I, then it's no one else. Yeah. Self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Love yourself. Yeah, practice what you preaching, but clearly they not practicing entitlement and pride. Yeah, those two things they factor in. Spiral out of control just from all the bantering. When they accustomed to talking behind your back with all that chattering. I remove myself before I abuse myself. Talk about self-love, but you gotta do it yourself. Yeah, I won't act too good for no help. We all healing now. Said some things about me that ain't true. How you feeling now? Even at my lowest, they tried to find a way to bring me down. Big y'all up for years, ain't talking just the brand or the sound. I don't throw things around, I do it from the heart proud. Mama just wanna see her sunshine, removing them dark clouds. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's my birthday. I know I was supposed to be out here 3 hours ago, but damn, Thunder got tired and needed a little power nap. Oh, Lady Moon, thank you. Oh, Lady Moon, thank you, y'all. Thank you so much. Hey, there, Misha, thank you both for the double 5-0s. Oh, man, love y'all so much. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you too, there, Misha. I see you, baby. Thank you, love. Love you so much. Thank you. Hey, Monty, Juan, Bucky, Tanya, Sammy, Milestones, Ridgematic. Oh, what's going on, y'all? Rise. Hey, D. Allen, Warren, Flat Power, Elise, Lady Moon. Oh, E. Taylor, Miss Matcha with your big pretty eyeballs. Hey. Hey, Wolf. What's good, bro? Hey, now. Elise. Hey, baby girl. Ultralight. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hey, y'all. Yes, it's September 19th. And it's your girl's birthday. I'm going to ask everybody to not hit the YouTube thing, but hit the Cash App. Show your girl some love on her birthday. I don't ask for money ever. I don't. And you know, I be showing love in other communities, and it doesn't hurt to get the love back from the other content creators that I show love to. And I'm keeping it a buck. No, as I'm going to have to make some birthday resolutions. But I want some love shown to me. $ Cash App. Hit the Cash App. $ Sister Bethy. Hit that Cash App. Show me some love. I've been in YouTube now. Let me see. 5 years. 5 years. And all I do on my channel is share our history. I go find it. I make sure you know what I'm talking about. I make sure you see what I'm talking about. I make sure you keep your roots instilled in you. I make sure that you stand on your heritage because it's so important. And that's a fact. And that's all I do on my channel is teach. And that's a fact. I've just got to keep it a buck. And you know, so I'm asking for this special day to help your sister out by showing her some love. Hit the Cash App. My Cash App is right under my name. My moderators are putting it in the chat. And I'm asking for a little bit of love because I'll never ask for it. But regardless if you show the love or not, I'm still going to keep coming in these here YouTube streets and continue to teach and share everything I find. And if I can't explain it to you orally, I'm going to make sure you get it visually because that's what I'm about. That's all I'm about is sharing what I know with you. And that's a fact. I'll never turn my back on my community ever. I will not be one of those, and I have not been one of those that work in United States government and turned my back on my people. I refuse to do that. I never did. I never will. And I feel blessed because I didn't allow mainstream white society to turn me against you and to make me look at you differently. Not happening, because I know how it feels to be looked at in a different light. And I'm not going to let any foreigners come over on this landmass and make me look at the people in my community in a different way. Because when they do that, they're telling you to look at your brothers, your mothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your kids in a different way, and to think lower of them, and to raise yourself up and move yourself away. When they tell me that, a foreigner, you're telling me to raise myself up and move myself away from my family. That's a very enemy tactic to me. How about telling me raise yourself up and raise your community up? I like that better. But they can't do that. That's because that's not their intentions. Their intention is not to get the Negro to raise up and raise his community up. The intention is to pull you with them and rule this country in very ugly ways. I refuse. I refuse. I'm not going to do that. Because number one, I don't feel comfortable. And I don't feel comfortable when I'm outside of my home zone. I've always felt comfortable in my home zone and in my community. And because of that, I've never, ever lost the way of how to communicate with my community at all levels. And this is the very one thing and the first thing that society tries to do to you. Change the way you talk, change the way you interact with your people, try to pick your friends. No. You see what happens to people that get up in the world and they get so high up in the world that they don't give a damn how they treat you. Look at Puffy, prime example. That's not cool at all. You get up that high just to humiliate your and you know that your people have dreams and desires. And because they're weak to their dreams and desires, they have to bend over for you. That's terrible to do to your community and do to anybody. Period. Point blank. And now you get them what you wheat. You get up and you do your, and I don't know how many harms he's done. I don't know. But I know that there's a lot of things that have been going by with all these celebrities and the bending over that they have to do just so that they could move along in their, whether it's acting, singing careers. Look what you made your people do to get fame. Look at what you make your wife do to get fame. Look at what you make your sister do to get fame. Look at what you make your brother do to get fame. You make them do things to please you to get fame. That's wrong. And you know what? I don't have the heart, mind, or soul to do that to my people. I couldn't even live with myself if I had that. And I know that people have backgrounds. Okay. But I'll be damned if I want something like that on my conscience for the rest of my life. You made men do things that they don't want to only because they want to become a great rapper and take care of their families. So you made men, you make men and women do things that they don't really want to do, but because they know you're their color, you're the same color as them, and you're probably their only hope, so they fold and do it. And that's a horrible way, and that's an ugly thing to do to your sisters and brothers. Now, I don't give a damn if they're grown men and grown women and have a right to make their own decisions. But damn, bro. Damn, sis. Look at what you made them do in order to be on your team. That's horrible. And I mean that. But I'm not gonna hold no bill about any celebrity because they're not important. They're really not. They're doing enough of that in YouTube. Enough. So I'm gonna move on. It's your girl's birthday. And I'm gonna move on into our lesson. Hey, go forward. Goddess Satirian Gary Barrett. Today's my birthday. Hit the Cash App and show your sister some love. I truly appreciate the love, y'all. I really do. And I'm going to just keep, hey, Yellow Feather. Thank you. oh, it's so good to see you. Wow. Hey, Lou. Go forward. The messenger. Hey. So, what I want to get in today, you guys, and this chair keeps going up and down, has a mind of its own. It's a certain thing that locks it, and before you know it, I'll be all the way down to the bottom of the floor. That has happened. Where I worked so hard that my chair is all the way down to the floor. But anyway, let me just pull this up like it's supposed to be a little bit. So what I want to get in today is so important because you have to see stuff for what it really is. We have to see things for what they are. And this is very real because everybody, society as a whole, foreigners, even our people, have changed the outlook of the real Indians on this land and made it as so that they either died or disappeared. And that's not true. It's all false stories. It's so false, I can't begin to tell you how horribly false it is. You have to know who you were before you were black. That has been the biggest problem. And society, including our own people, and you're going to see today, because I told you I got to show you. We talk about these Indians, okay? And we have people in YouTube standing on that they're completely separate people from us. And that's just not the case. It's not the case. You have to use critical thinking and understand what happens. What happened? This is why it's so important. So important. This is probably the most important statement made in history. Why did the Indians disappear when black became a description? Just think about that. All these Indians that was all across these, let's just say the 50 states, because that's all I'm working on, the 50 states. All of these Indians disappeared when black became a description. Soon as black became a description, all of the Indians disappeared from across the states. Facts. They disappeared. All of them, they just disappeared. No existence. And then society painted a picture, drew pictures, literally drew pictures of Indians from other areas of the landmass, not on the mainland, and said, oh, these are the Indians. And we are the very proof of everything. as a people, because all we did the whole time was watch. That's all we really could do. We know who lives in our communities. That's the one thing we know, is who the hell lives in our communities. Give me a 1, because I want you to stay with me on my birthday. Give me a 1. Give me a 1 if you know exactly who lived in the hood. When you live in the hood, everybody knows everybody. That's a fact. Everybody knows everybody in every hood, no matter what state you're in. Everybody, your grandma, your grandpa, you playing outside, you know every soul in the hood. And if you don't know their name, you know they live in your hood. That's a fact, right? You know every soul that live in your hood. Now, keep in mind, we're talking all across these 50 states, in the hoods and outside the hoods. We know from time immemorial who lived in our communities. We knew when somebody different popped up on the soil in our hoods. That didn't happen a lot in the 1700s. I'm not playing. We're going to go through some slides, because we're going to go through these slides, because now we all got it locked in. We know who lived in our hoods. Always knew who lived in our communities. We always knew, even if we didn't know their names, we knew them. Now that we know this, and we went through this yesterday. This is just a primary proof. I'm gonna go through it real small one more time. Let's see. One more time. I want to go through this really quickly, and then I'm really moving to it. But let's go through this so we can put history back in our heads. Where did it go? It's a couple of pictures. Come on, where you go, Sister Betty? Where you put it? There you go. Oh, I got to move the fair use sign, because it is fair use. Let me remove that for a quick hot second. Let me just move that for a second. Now, this is the hoods of Bridgeport, of Connecticut. The hoods in the capital, Hartford. All right. Black was not used in 1755. Can I get a witness? Black was not used as a descriptive term in 1755. It wasn't used, y'all. Telling you, it was not used. It wasn't. Let's first just say that. 1755, the Indians were still all in all their territories. All over the landmass. They were all in their places. All the Indian tribes. Can't make this shit up. We're in 1750, y'all. 5 years before the first governor in 1750. That's 80 years before the Indian Removal Act. Y'all with me? 1750 is 80 years before the Indian Removal Act. Let that sink in your head. Think. Think, think, think. $1750 is 80 years before the Indian Removal Act. All the Indians was around. So now, you just reported to me that you know who lived in your hood communities, correct? Correct? $1750. You knew who was in your community. Do you think that today we know who's in our communities? And we know when strangers step on them. Do you think they knew it back then too? That's right. So now here in 1750, we had a black governor, and he was to oversee and be the mediator. This is a slave. Let that sink in. A slave who is a governor and a mediator between black and white communities. Black was not used in 1755. Neither was white. Neither was white. Black or white was not used in 1750. You were either a type of Indian, and guess what? You were either a French or a European. That's what was being used in 1750s. You were who you were in 1750. You didn't come over here as no white person in 1750. You were either an Indian, a French, a European, a Dutch, yeah, that's what it was back then. Then they forget because they knew these words were not used in those days. And all of a sudden, one Indian's mentioned, Betty. Oh, but she was thought to be an Indian. So now we were all in our communities. All the Indians were in their places. Now there's a parade going on in 1755 with this so-called black guy who has to oversee all the black people in his community. They ain't talking about no Indians, just all the black people. That's how the Indian disappeared, if you can't see it, because all the Indians was in their communities. So if All black people are in the parade cheering on the new black governor. Where's the Indians? Why? Where's the Indians? Wouldn't you have some serious concern if a parade is going on your land? If these are strange people that's supposed to be slaves and all this, but all the slaves is out in front of the Capitol cheering on the governor and lieutenant governor on the damn horses. Now, obviously there was no concern because all these black people around here and the Indians are all in their place. So, well, damn, where are they? At what point are you going to listen to Dane's segment when that man said, the Indian is you? This gotta wake you up. They not even using the type of white people that were over here. They just said white communities and black communities. Nice try. So now we know all the Indians was in their very locations. It's 80 years earlier. No Indian Removal Act, nowhere around, not in the North or the South. Now, let's do some funny. Let's go back and see who exactly that black community is and who that white community is. Let's go back now. Let me take this down. Y'all with me? Now, all these black people out cheering on this black governor. Not mentioning not one Indian. All the Indians done disappeared. There was no Indian Removal Act. So now it's just black people and white people. Can you tell me what the Indians were doing? Because you're talking in the state of Connecticut where the hoods is loaded with these so-called black people. Still to this date. Let's go back in time, y'all, so we could get who we were. Decipher and understand who we were and who we became and how we became. Let's get it. Where's my screens? Oh, I thought they were there. Where's my slides? Oh, here they go. Here we go, y'all. Let's get it. How did all those Indians disappear? Okay, and we in 1750. No Indian Removal Act. All Indians intact in place. French, Dutch. Let's see. We gonna read. We gonna figure it out. Let's go. Indians involved in the French and Indian War. Hey, Indians involved in the French and Indian War. Yo, let's just look at that. This is in 1755, the same year the governor was riding his horse down the damn street with the lieutenant governor, both black. 1755, y'all. Many American Indians were actively involved in the French and Indian War, fighting alongside the French against the British colonists, primarily due to the French having established stronger trade relationships with various tribes and offering them greater support against the British expansion. Most Indian tribes involved in the conflict were allied with the French, including groups like the Algonquin, the Lenape, the Wyandot, the Ojibwa, the Ottawa, the Shawnee, and Mi'kmaq. Those are the same damn people in Hartford cheering on. Oh, we gonna get there. The governor. Now, because now we know who. Who's the white people? The French and the British colonists, supposedly, or black Europeans. I don't care how you slice it. But we're going to figure out who them damn Indians is. Oh, because in 1755, we're only talking about white people and black people, remember? Y'all with me? In 1755, we only talking about white people and black people, supposedly. Fine, y'all want to say black Europeans? Go ahead, I don't care. But for the sake of this, and to figure out the Indians, I don't care if the black Europeans were black in 1755. We're going to determine who the Indians, because at this point, when we're talking about the French and the British colonists, well, let's just say they white people, just for ha-has. So we determine who the white people are. Oh, the British, the French. Got it. The Europeans are the white people, just for ha-has, until they actually come here. Now, we figured out, because in 1755, we just talking about black people and white people. We ain't mentioned no Asians. We ain't mentioned no other race of people. Just black people and white people. So now we done figured out who the white people are. Oh, okay, they're the French. They're the British. Now, who the black people? The Algonquin, the Lenape, the Wyandot, the Ojibwa, the Ottawa, the Shawnee, and Mi'kmaq. Ain't no damn black people, white people, Indians. It's black and white. Ain't no way in the hell they gonna have a bunch of niggas marching down the street on Indian land that's in Connecticut having a big ass parade if they ain't them very Indians. Them Indians, that was the Algonquins, the Lenape, the Wyandots, the Ojibwa, the Ottawa, all their asses was out there. Give me a 1 if you see that. Because it wasn't nobody else. Just talking about the black people and the white people. That's it. Thank y'all so much for the Cash App. Y'all so sweet, man. Man, I love y'all. Wow. What love. That's all that was there. We're talking about black people and white people, y'all. 1755. I went and got the records. We're not talking about Asians. Love Asians. But we're not talking about Asians. We're not talking about no other race of people, but white people and black people. We talk in this instance, we're talking about the British colonists, who consist of the Brits consist of Irish, Scottish, French, So the other people, we determined who the white people were. Now the black people. That's who the black people were. The Algonquin. Hell, Algonquin mean black snake. Lenape, Wyandotte, all these was black people. In the street, in the parade. Let's go, y'all. Battle of the Managaha. A significant event in 1755 was the Battle of Managaha, where French forces and their Native American allies inflicted a major defeat on British troops led by General Braddock. Iroquois Confederacy. While not all tribes sided with the French, the Iroquois Confederacy generally supported the British during war. So now we've seen who these, all right? Let's just say they was black Europeans, that the French were, and like how y'all want it. The Indian niggas here sided with the British during war. The French had their Indian homeboys, you know, and the Iroquois, the British had their homeboys. This is who the black people are. If you want to take away the name, that's why I said that's why you have a difficult time figuring out, well, who was who, and why they always put you with black with all the Indian. I don't get it. You about to see why. The French had they nigga Indians, get in with them, and look, the British had theirs. Be on my side. Be on my side. Yo, come down with us. It's all nigga talk. The Algonquin speaking tribes locations. Here where they were located. Here's where they were. We about to find it out, y'all. These are Algonquin speaking tribes. And these were the languages they spoke. Algonquin North American Indian tribe, closely related Algonquian speaking bands originally living in the dense forest regions of the valley of Ottawa River and its tributaries in present day Quebec and Ontario, Canada. That's what it is called today. It wasn't called that in 1755. It was not. Algonquin and Algonquian both refer to the Algonquin language or to the group of tribes that speak related dialects. Therefore, the Algonquin tribes, meaning that the niggas that spoke Algonquin, included the Delaware, the Narragansett, the Pequot, I love the Pequots, and the Wapanangs, are also called because they all speak the Algonquin or Algonquin language. Now you know who the black people were. These are the black people. We're figuring out how black made the Indian disappear and how society drew pictures and made white Indians. Let's get it. Because the black ones is still in their same places. Let's go. You're going to see how they traveled around all the goddamn 50 states. This is just a map. Lake Erie, Huron, Algonquin. You know, these different, we were Iroquois. Let's keep moving. The Delaware Tribe, Lenape. The Delaware Tribe, also known as Lenape or Lenni Lenape, have lived in many places throughout North America, including here where they go, here where they are, all around the hoods. Hudson Valley area of New York. Don't they got a Hudson Bridge? Atlantic seaboard from Cape Henlopen, Delaware to western Long Island, Delaware River Valley. After the Revolutionary War, the Lenape moved west to Ohio. It was in Delaware, Ohio, New York. The Lenape moved from Ohio to White River area in east central Indiana. Their ass was all over the place. We're still in the hoods. The African story bringing niggas in the hood is cap. We're still in the hood, still everywhere. Black is what needs to disappear. And then there's the Indian. The Lenape migrated from Indiana to Missouri. Then they went to Missouri. Then they went to Kansas. Between the War of 1812 and the Civil War. Then they relocated to Indian Territory in 1868, where they settled on land purchased from the Cherokees. They bought land from the Cherokees in present-day northeastern Oklahoma. The Lenape are also represented in Ontario, Canada through the Munsee Delaware Nation, Moravian of the Thames First Nation, and Delaware of Six Nations. The Lenape are presented in Wisconsin, Canada through the Stockbridge Munsee community. I'm showing you all these niggas went. Hey, thank you, loves. The Narragansett Tribe primarily lived in the area that is now the state of Rhode Island, particularly around Narragansett Bay, encompassing much of the western side of the bay, including present-day Warwick and South Kingstown. They also occupy parts of eastern Mass and Connecticut. Location is primarily in what is now Rhode Island, though, along Narragansett Bay, considered one of the most powerful tribes in New England at the time. Early contact with Europeans, first encountered by European explorer Giovanni di Verrazzano in 1524. Niggas been dealing with these darky Europeans for a minute. The Pequs primarily lived in Thames River Valley in what is now southeastern Connecticut, specifically along the estuaries of the Thames, Mystic, and Pawcatuck rivers, and near Long Island Sound. Their territory includes areas now considered part of the towns of Groton, Ledyard, Stonington, and North Stonington. The region, southeastern Connecticut, river system, Thames River. Important towns today: Groton, Ledyard, Stonington, North Stonington. That's why the Pequots look like who they do. We're talking about the black people versus the white people. These are the black people. It won't say Indian. The black people. That's what they said on the paper. Why black is so important to be removed? Because when you remove black, you become who you are. Not African. They're not even talking about Africans at this point. Hey, y'all. They talk about white people and black people. They ain't talking about no Africans. None. In their writings. Do y'all notice that? Why would they bring more darker people over here when they already got the black Europeans and the Indian niggas? Why would they do that? So that's the question Ben Franklin said. Can we bring some people over here that look like us? He would not say that for a reason. He said it for a reason. The Wanang Tribe. We still talking about these black people because this is who are in all these areas. Because we're not talking about the white people, we're talking about the black people. Because they're not mentioning any Africans. Talking about all these black people. Because either you were white or you were Indian. You seen it. Man, I can't do it. The Wampanoag tribe traditionally lived in the area that is now southeastern Massachusetts and East Rhode Island, including the islands of Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket, which they called Noeb and Nantucket, respectively. Present-day states, primarily in what is now Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Notable locations: Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket. Communities, places like Mashpee, Aquina, Gayhead, Herring Pond. So when you see black, all the Indians disappeared, thanks, Bap, thanks, y'all. When you see all the Indians, when you see black, right, black and white, how come this is the answer to the question as to when black came into the forefront, what happened to all the damn Indians? We didn't kill the Indians. The Indians became black. When you remove the black, this is who you become. Because all the areas that these Indians occupied and inhabited is where we were. We had the parades, the governors, members started a mass. Yay! In their locations. I'm not playing with anybody today. This is why you don't need a damn blood test. Give me a fire, please. This is exactly why you do not need a blood test. All you got to do is simply erase the black. The government's not going to tell you not to say who you are. They're waiting on your ass. You the one got to make the change because somebody that looked like you put that in there. Black. Who did that? Not you. If you didn't do it, then go fix it. Did you put black there? Did you, Choctaw, did you put black there? Facts. Now you see what you have to do. The government's not going to stop you and say, oh, no, you can't do that. You're black. No, they're not. Because they didn't put it there. You did. And you let them. Because you let them because there was somebody over you, okay, called a chief that did this. It had to be somebody in a powerful position to do that. That's why you didn't do it. In 1755. 1755, you didn't do that. You didn't say, oh I'm no longer Algonquin. I'm a black now. You didn't do that. Somebody more powerful than you did. Let's go. Wow. Who did it? Who did it? Who made the Indians disappear? Interesting. Because the Pequots disappeared and they came back and built the casino. They're black. So, right in your face. Damn chief even testified before Congress and said they made us call ourselves black and African American. They made my ancestors. But he fixed it. So guess what? Now you got to fix it because somebody made the Indians disappear. They didn't die. They became black because somebody powerful made them black. If you didn't do it, now you got to go fix it. Now you see why it's so important for people like Umar doing things the way he's doing it. That's what agents do. They got to keep you disappeared. You're literally looking at how the Indians disappeared because the same ones still live in the hood. You're going to see it. Ain't shit changed. They just made them black. The Wyandotte Tribe. The Wyandotte Tribe lived in many places, including South Ontario area in the 1600s. When French explorers first encountered them in the 1700s, they settled in Detroit. Hello? You think they didn't drop their seeds off in Detroit in the damn hoods? I dare you. Detroit, Copper Aborigines, you can literally be who this is. Drop your seed off in Detroit. Hello? But damn, the Wyandottes was in Detroit. What happened to them? They was in Detroit. What happened to them? Oh, they turned black. Oh, where else did they go? And developed the town of Wyandotte, Michigan. Ah! Well, what happened to them? They're still there. They made them disappear. They literally disappeared when they became black. Most of them migrated to Ohio and Indiana in the 1700s. This is all before the Indian Removal Act. Indians still intact, still in place. Yo, Wyandottes, Wee-Wees, and Coochies are in Ohio, Detroit, Indiana. They maintained the presence and in Kansas. Oh, 1843. And they was forced to Oklahoma. So they dropped seed off, black seeds off in Kansas, Indiana, Ohio, Detroit. Yo, all the niggas still intact. The only powerful source that caused Indians to begin moving is the United States government. And guess what? Just like you read earlier, they sided with the French and they sided with the British and they sided with the colonizers who became part of this government. Now do you see? Indians, yeah, I'm gonna get down with you in this government though. I'm gonna be on your side. They came in and sided and became black and became them and of them. I'm not playing. I know you see it now. They're still the same people. They just black now. They made them disappear. When you say black, all the damn Indians disappeared. They still in the hoods. All over the place. Come on, let's keep going. Telling you, Wyandottes, wee-wees. Y'all could be Wyandottes. The wee-wees and coochies have dropped off in Indiana and all these different states. The Algebra Tribe, also known as Chippewa, traditionally lived in the Great Lakes of North America, primarily inhabiting across present-day Michigan. Drop wee-wees and coochies off over there. Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, parts of Ontario, Canada. All them wee-wees just been dropping them off. These are the same people in the hoods. Rather than to become the Indians, they became black. Otherwise, how the fuck they gonna have an army and a government? Couldn't have one without the Indians. What did they do? They were taking sides with the British and the French. Oh, you see it now. Now do you get it? Only an Indian can make a damn Indian move somewhere. They sided. Only an Indian can make a damn Indian say, nigga, get your ass over there then. Go. Oh, you needed that Indian to do that. That's why they sided with the British to bring up and make birth of these here 50 states. I know you see it now. Bunch of goddamn gangbangers, just like today. Yo, get off my shit, nigga. Oh, you coming? Go, come. What? They sided with the British, the French, the Europeans. The Indians became black. Those that sided with the Europeans, the British, you became black. Oh, and you became part of the government, black. Now do you see it? That's how they built the government, by taking sides. Been taking sides to this day. You got to see it now. Those that took side with the government became part of the government and became black. And now you see how these thousands of Indians disappeared. They ain't catch no damn Spanish flu. Get out of here. And they're still in the government. You see what it said during the whole wars, all the wars. The Indians picked sides that they wanted to be on. I'm going to get down with the Europeans. I'm going to get down with the British. I'm going to get down with the French. Now, fuck that. I'm down with the French. Gangbangers! I'm not gonna make the Ottawa Tribe. Let's see where these coochies and wee-wees went. The Ottawa Tribe original territory was Great Lakes area, including they was in Detroit, Ohio, Canada. In 1831, the Ottawa were forced to relocate to Kansas due to the Indian Removal Act. About 600 Ottawa moved to Kansas, but more than 300 died within 2 years due to exposure and lack of food. Starved. They was hungry. Niggas. The Ottawa moved to Indian Territory, which is now eastern Oklahoma. They purchased, you got that, purchased about 14,860 acres of land from the Shawnee Tribe. Some Ottawa do still live in Canada, including Maltland Island and Cockburn Island. Niggas. The Shawnee Tribe originally lived in central Ohio River Valley, primarily what is now southern Ohio, West Virginia. All niggas living there, western Pennsylvania, with their territory also extending into parts like Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, and Pennsylvania, depending on the time period. Omar, your ass probably Pennsylvania. I'm telling y'all, you could be a Shawnee, but you disappeared and became black. I know you see this. All the damn Indians still and all around the different states. I told you, you better see it. Hit that ass cap. Hit that cash app. Show Thunder some love, y'all. Hey, Key. Not a coincidence. Thank you, sweetheart. Yo, I'm on the side with the French. I'm on the side with the British. I'm getting down with the Europeans. Yeah. What the Europeans do with the Indians? We're going to build a government. And what can that federal government do? Move your ass to Oklahoma. Get off the there. Move over there. Y'all better learn niggonomics. But all you have to do is make a simple change. All you have to do, and I'm going to speak in my professional mainstream white society voice, all you have to do is correct your identity and put it back to what you were, because then you're going to know what side your family fought on. Did they fight with the French? Did they fight with the British? Did they fight with the Europeans, aka Black Europeans? What side did they go on? Then you're going to know. So don't be ashamed to be a Shawnee. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed to be who you are. Why? Because you don't want nobody to know what side you fought on. If you fought with the French, your wee-wees in Kentucky, your wee-wees in Indiana, Illinois, and your coochies and Pennsylvania. Woo, woo, woo. Oh. The Mi'kmaq Tribe, traditionally living in the Atlantic region of Canada, primarily what is now Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, parts of Quebec, including Gaspé Peninsula, and extending into parts of Maine in the United States. Essentially inhabiting the coastal areas of the maritime provinces of the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Major areas: Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, parts of Quebec. And when they asked down here once the United States was formed, Maine, oh yo. See, you went from being a Mi'kmaq to a damn black. All of them. That's how they made them disappear. They still here, parts of the government. That includes me too. Big Butt Bethy. Big Butt Bethy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not being black in my government. I'm being Indian in my government. I'm not ashamed of my identity. I'm not ashamed to note the fact that my family picked a side of who they wanted to get down with. The Europeans, the British, the French, they got down with all of them. I'm not going to be black in the government. I'm not hiding. Not hiding. Connecticut tribes. Yo. Connecticut. Everybody that was parading and shit in Hartford for the governor. Now, when you got Connecticut, you got the governor. Right? I showed y'all the picture. You got, just in Connecticut alone. Connecticut alone. Now, look at this for what it is. You got the Mohegan, the Mashantucket Pequot, the Golden Hill Pequs. You got the Shagatok people. You got the Eastern Pequot Tribal Nation. You got the Narragansett Indian Tribe. You got the Nipmuc. You got the Menotucks. You got the Wapawags. Okay. There's in Bridgeport, Stratford, Milford, Quinnipiac, which is Milford and Madison, and the Hood, which is the capital. You got the Saugiyok, the Wangunk, the Pondunks, the Pequonics, the Mascos, the Tunkses, the Menacatucks, and the Wapawags. That's the Hood, the city of Hartford. And guess what that means? When the black governor was elected, he had to oversee all these niggas because he was governor and not oversee the white people. He was the mediator between the white people and the Indians. Oh, all these Indians in the hood. Yo, and they had the parade. I told you not to play with me. If they made a deal back in 1755 that the black governor, okay, because he wasn't black, had to oversee all the black people, right? That's who's in the hood, the Indians that inhabited that area in 1755 when there's no Indian Removal Act. So who does that leave this black man to oversee in this Indian territory? I'm not playing with y'all. And he's the damn governor of all the black people. Oh, here we go. I know you see it. Oh, honey. I know you see it. Now, do you see the big trick? Black people, white people. You control the black people. All right, who the black people? All these niggas in the hood. And all them damn Indians. And I need you to be the mediator between the white communities and the black communities. So if you're talking about the white communities, you're talking about the white people, right? So when you're talking about the black communities, who you talking about? The damn Indians. You think the Indians just gonna sit there and let a black dude run shit on their land if he ain't that Indian? Yo, I'm done. And that goes for down south or everywhere. You got to remove the black everywhere because they put the black everywhere. Everywhere you went, they put the black because they had to make it disappear. When you remove the black, all the Indians come back. I'm done. Oh, I'm so done. You know, damn blood test. There's the link. Come up and holler at your sister for a birthday. There's the link in the chat. Let's go. Yo, man. Thank y'all so much for the birthday love. Y'all almost making me want to cry now. Hey. My Cash App is there. Show me my birthday love, my once a year for asking for money for my birthday. Maybe I can go buy me a new pocketbook. And the link is pinned to the chat. Come holler at your sister. Come and tell me how you understand how all the Indians disappeared. Little magic trick. It's called paperwork. Come up and share with me how you know, and now you can see, literally see, how the Indians disappeared. Because 1755, we're talking about black people and white people. So how the Indians disappear? Something was done to make the Indian disappear. Because in 1755, the Indians was siding, and they was having wars, and they was siding with different Europeans. So how did they disappear? Something happened. Oh, shit. In 1830, they put them as blacks on the census sheet, all B's, so you could find out the Indian. Ain't no new people, ain't no new Indians. They made them. Again, 1755, 1750. It was all hoods, niggas everywhere. It was so many of them. The only way the British could pull themselves up off their feet, you needed them Indians to side with you. All right, you gonna go with the French? All right, fine. You gonna go with the Dutch? All right, fine. Now I'm getting down with the Dutch. Now I'm getting down with the Scots. Now I'm getting down with this. Now I'm getting down with the Europeans. I'm getting down with the Irish. I'm getting down with the Jews. Now let's build a government that what it says, it shall happen. Now we got the federal government. Take your ass to Oklahoma if you don't want to work in the system that we trying to put forth here on this here land, so all us niggas and Indians could get along. Indians and whites could get along on this land. We are the federal government. We want a system where we can all just get along. So those who you don't want to get down or be on our side, go to Oklahoma. That's a nigga talking, telling you, go to Oklahoma. Now we got the federal government. Them the only ones who can make an Indian move. The federal government. Bunch of Indians sided and built the federal government. Oh, you acting stupid? You could go to Oklahoma. You ain't got to be down here and get down with us in these 50 states. Because we going to build them. Because see, there was no United States in 1755. There were no United States in 1755. Indians was running shit. You talking black, you talking about the Indian. There was no United States in 1755. Let's look at when the states started establishing again. I'm not playing. Let's go. Let me go. Let's go. Here we go. I'm gonna make it big. I'm gonna make this big. When I tell you there was no United States in 1755, it was white people and niggas, Indians. I showed you who the Indian was. And you no longer became that after you joined, picked what side. After the Indians picked what side they wanted to be on, whether it was the British, the Scots, the Germans, the Europeans, they picked what side they want to be on and built up the most powerful country in the world. That's what our ancestors did. And on that note, they disappeared from being a particular Indian. And those nigga Indians that not want to get down with the get down, the same Indians that built this strong ass powerful coalition and formed these 50 states said, take your ass to Oklahoma, 1830. They had that. The Indians was like, oh, we gonna fight before this shit. We gonna have a war. And that war is called Civil War. But let's peep this, because wasn't no 50 states in 1755. Let's get it. There we go. Delaware, 1787. Now, you're talking 1755. That's like 30 years before the state started forming. They had to have the war and everything. 1776, with the Brits, they had to have the war. 1776, they had to have the war. They had to have the war because it was between the Europeans, the French, they had to have the war. Look at the dates now, 1787. This is when they started forming this shit. All the way down, 1788, 1790, and they get to the 1800s, they started coming on in. With the last one being 1959. So damn, all the Indians was living in all these territories. Look, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia. All the Indians was living in Ohio, all these areas. I showed you Wisconsin, everywhere. Yo, they was living there. And Oklahoma, all everywhere. All niggas everywhere. They picked the side that they wanted to join. Facts. They picked the side. And then it became them 50 states. Same niggas, but guess what? All the Indians disappeared when the 50 states started forming. You noticed that, right? Yeah, because those Indians that sided with them became black. I ain't down. I ain't down with that. I ain't down. I'm gonna go to Oklahoma. They went there and took their ass to Oklahoma. The way the Indians come back, you just make a simple correction. Okay, my family been hiding for all these years. I'm tired of hiding. Yo, simple correction. You don't gotta be no wind up. Just fix the correction. All right, I'm American Indian. Fuck it. I've been hiding all these years. I'm coming out of hiding. Yo. Ain't nobody got no question? No questions? Don't want to share? No, what you think? Now did you see the hidden? You should be able to see how it's hidden now. I mean, come on. I've been on here now an hour and a half. Somebody need to pop up here. All right, let's go. Come on, y'all. Let's go. I'm going to wait. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Fine. I'll wait. Just hit the Cash App. $, Sister Bethy is scrolling right across the banner. This love is very real. $, Sister Bethy. Yep, it's my birthday. Hey, it's my birthday. And I put it in hard. I deserve it. Welcome back, becoming a member of the channel. I seen you, bruh, but I was in my motion. Hey, Damon. Hey, Rolling Thunder. Thank you, big sister. You must learn. Peace. Bridget, Lady Moon again, Copper King. Who else we got? Baby Ghost. Yep, turned against each other. I know that's right. Choctaw. I know that's right. Hey, hey, lady. Hey, Engine Radio. Big Chief. Hey, I see y'all. DJ Sister Bethy, right? I was rolling on smoke yesterday. I was having him play all them slow jams. I'll be letting me play a bunch for my birthday tonight. I got some lasagna that I'm gonna eat later. Lasagna. That's my birthday dish. Some lasagna today. I'm gonna eat some lasagna, and I'm gonna eat some gingerbread cake for my sweet tooth. Gingerbread. I love it with it doesn't matter if I put applesauce on it or whipped cream. I love gingerbread. I love gingerbread cake. Hey now, Black Man in Bazaar. Who the hell is going live now? Because I'm done. Damn, Misha, baby. There you go. Again. Thank you, beautiful. Ta ta ta. Hey. Fought for the colonies to break away from Britain. Yeah. But the Indians sided with them too. And that's a fact. And it's because so many leaders that look like us are doing everything in their power to hide those warring Indians. So they made a whole bunch of, could you always wonder, wow, it was Indians all over this landmass on the 50 states. Where the hell did they go? And you're looking around. I feel like that guy, what's his name? Woods. The Indian is you. What is his name? Baldwin. That's right. 50 Cent party like it's your birthday. Well, it's like I really feel like what Baldwin said that with Dane shared. You were wondering, it was loaded with Indians. Don't tell me they're just in this little corner of the state, that little corner of the state, and in little Oklahoma. Now, you're running around looking everywhere for these Indians, and the Indian is you. You're running around looking for the Indians, and the Indian is you the whole time, and you just didn't know it. Sorry, Umar. You have lost forever. Pan-Africanism is dead, sir. Sorry. You're looking around because I'm like, all right, all these people cheering for this black governor, and all these black people, and they said you be over all the black people, and also you need to be the mediator between the white people and the black people. Well, where's the Indians? The Indian is you. That will never leave my head. You be the governor over all the black people because they were showing up how they want to do it, the system. Or you have charge over all the black people in your community, all the people in your community. He didn't say black. He said all over all the people. And we'll oversee the white people. And then we need you to mediate between the black people and the white people. Why? Because some niggas are some wild Indians. So you need a nigga Indian to mediate between the white people and black people. Because it's a wild. It's still like that today. Pookie walk around, man. Could you go talk to him? Tell him this and see what he says. It's still like that right now. I swear for goodness. Could you go tell Pookie, you talk to him, you tell him. You know how to talk. It's still like that today. That's just wild in my head when I sleep at night. And it just, this, all this, it really substantiates Granny. And you got niggas in here that literally disrespect our grannies. I'm serious. That's enough to make anybody want to go to war. Now, what Granny said is true. Because you look at the women with all these black people. Where the Indians go, we on their land. And in the middle of Hartford, where all the Mucknuck and Micmacs and all them go. That's you. That's you. The Mid-Monks and all that. That's you. Same thing in every state. In Chicago, well, they said that the Ottawas and all of them living here in Ohio and Wisconsin and Indiana. Where they go? That's the Indian is you. I'm being James Baldwin. The Indian is you. They made your ancestors disappear. And the government always looked at it. Oh my God. They still don't know who the fuck they are. And they said, let's just ride along with them. Let's just keep riding along with them. That's what they want to be. Let them be. They don't know who they are. That's why when Bush took his ass to United Nations, they said no. Because they knew the trick. No. They're running around thinking they're this, they're black. No, the Indians are still here. No. He wanted sovereignty over the whole fucking land. And United Nations said, no, they're still there. They're still there. No. Can't do it. Not going to do it. They went black on the census sheet for a reason. Can't have sovereignty, Mr. Bush. Do y'all remember that? I remember that clearly. United Nations told them no. The Indians are still there. Nah, man. But we gonna let this play out. They black, okay. So many identities. Because generations went by. So many generations went by since 1750. To the point where like these niggas, they don't know who the hell they are. We're all still here, y'all. This is why I say it's a difference between us and Kamala Harris and any other foreigner melanated. I don't care what you say or what anybody says. We are not the same. We are Indians from this soil. We are those Indians, y'all. We went black on the census sheet. Kamala is black. Yep. Because genetically and lineage wise, she India and from Jamaica, like her parents. We're not the same. I'm already on the mainland. All y'all chicks came. Kamala ain't no Jim Crow chick. No liquor served to the Indians after 6 o'clock. Who you think they was talking to? No liquor served to the Indians after 6 o'clock. That was a law. Whites only. Negroes enter the back. Talk about Indians. It's us, and the most painful thing in the world is truly that everyone knows who we are except us. But today, because this government now has a clear understanding, now the federal government, they know that we know now after all these years that we know who we are now. And everything was by design for us not to know. Everybody knew except us. And the joke is on us. And it's not a joke. It's actually very painful. It's very, very painful. And the same signs still go up with our ghetto behaviors as Indians. Profanity or obscene language will not be tolerated on the stage. Because we some wild niggas. But Elvis Presley got along with all them niggas, Indians. If the Indians were who they say they were, okay, today, as they paint them to be today, why are none of them standing in there with Elvis Presley? Why would Elvis Presley get a bunch of black people to be Indians with him? You got to ask yourself these questions. What society did to us regarding our history is very painful, and it's very, very wrong. It's very, very wrong. Thank you. I believe he was Cherokee. You damn right he was Cherokee. We know that. That's why he went and got all the full blood ones to go on stage with him. We are who we are. Still got black Europeans walking around. Dirty dogs. But that's all I have today, you guys. It's been an hour. It's been an hour and a half. Yep. Right in our face. So the way you make the black disappear. Hey, Adrian, Kai, see what? Bay Trust, laugh out loud. Big sister. pretty much right in our face. But it's okay now to make the corrections, y'all. It really is. Not one of the 50 states will deny you from correcting your race identity. They won't. I'm telling you, they won't. Not one of the 50 states will deny you from correcting your race. They're watching us. They understand what we've been through. All the horrible names and identities that we had to endure as a people. And I'm telling you, you don't even have to walk in any state buildings acting arrogant or ignorant because they're not going to deny you from correcting your race identity. It's you. Now, if you have a birth certificate and it doesn't have any race on it, then you cannot hold that state liable for calling you black because they didn't classify you on your birth certificate. And there's a lot of people that don't have races on their birth certificate. You can't make the state change the way they make birth certificates either because they go by the federal government's forms. They pick which one they want. And the federal government actually has birth certificate forms that they share with the states where they do not have to have a race on it. And a couple of states picked the form where there's no as far as making corrections on your birth certificate. You got to fix it at your doctor's office, your kids' schools, everywhere where it requires a racial identifier, motor vehicle departments everywhere. You have to fix that. No state government is going to bother you by putting American Indian on your driver's license or anyone. You go in there being arrogant and stupid, that's when you get heat. You escalate and you make them escalate. They're not going to deny you. They know exactly what's going on in our communities. And they're not intervening. Not one of the 50 states or their agencies where corrective measures need to be made. Black is a derogative term. Happy birthday. My grandmother's birthday was yesterday on my dad's side. So I'm going to get off of here and go get into my lasagna, y'all. I guess maybe Smoke will go live. But thank you so much. Honor to everybody. I really, 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 truly appreciate the birthday gift. I do with the Cash Apps. I feel I'm so honored by that. And it just shows that you really do appreciate me. And I guess I'll be asking you next year this time. Really, I guess I'll go buy me a nice new pocketbook because I need one, a new purse. So I love you guys. And I don't know who's live. I didn't even look. Let me go peek. Whoever's live, I'll be watching and relaxing. It's just another day for me, but I'm celebrating the whole weekend. So, Bright Mode, thank you, sweetheart. So I love y'all, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm a little pooped, but I'm hungry too at the same time. I need to eat some food. So y'all let's all keep it a buck. Who we are. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. All right. Love y'all.